Welcome back to another episode of T&Z Testing. I'm Andy with T&Z Armory. Today we're going to be testing the FN57 pistol. But like always, first things first, ear protection and eye protection when we're on the range are always a must. The FN57 pistol is made by FN Herstal, Belgian company. In the US, you'd probably know them as FN USA. This firearm is designed to take the FN57 rifle round, actually, which comes for the PS90. A lot of you Call of Duty guys are familiar with the PS90. Big, one of the favorite guns I like to play with when I'm playing the game. Great round, phenomenal round, fast velocity. Pretty much what this is going to do is shoot a rifle cartridge out of a pistol. This weapon has been cleared, obviously, as you can tell. Anything we're ever working with when we're doing our talks or we're talking about the firearm, we're always working with a cleared weapon. But again, going back to the safety standpoint, you always want to check to make sure that it's cleared before you start handling the firearm. This has been a pretty hot item. It has a little bit of infamy from a standpoint of what people know about it in the U.S. It was used actually during the Fort Hood shootings. The weapon comes from the factory with 3 20-round magazines with 30-round magazine capability and option. So imagine walking around with this firearm with 30 rifle cartridges in it, tucked to your hip, much like carrying an AR, only a little different. The 5.7 is chambered a lot like a 223 round, kind of more like a 224, designed to do the same thing, tumble much like an AR round. So your 5.56, 5.7, very similar as far as their characteristics. The round that this firearm uses is the 5.7 round. This is made by Hornady, and it is again a rifle cartridge chambered much like a 223, only a little bit shorter cartridge itself. The original round that was made for the PS90 was designed as an armor-piercing round and was pushing almost 3,000 feet per second. This one's just a little over 222. Sporting round with a ballistic tip, but the original round made for it was capable of piercing 2 layers of level 3 Kevlar at over 100 yards. Just devastating from a standpoint of what it was capable of. Those rounds are still found out there in the marketplace if somebody somebody has them, but they're no longer made or available for purchase anywhere on the public basis, not for anybody other than law enforcement or military. What we're going to do is we're going to take some shots at this thing at our target. Again, we're going to be at roughly about 35 feet, our standard engagement distance. This pistol is considerably more capable than that from a standpoint of how flat it shoots. This is amazing as far as its lack of recoil, its ability to come back to sight picture. There's less recoil in this firearm than a standard 9mm, but significantly more impact and speed. The concussion alone that the round carries is probably what makes it as devastating as it is as far as the damage that it can create. So more about the FN pistol itself. This firearm comes equipped from the factory with your standard tactical rail launched for flashlight or laser. You've got ambidextrous safety. You've got a slide lock on the outside of the gun. It is striker fired. As far as the grip itself, it's stippled much like the 4th generation Glocks are. I really like the grip on this firearm. It is, like I said, it is striker fired. This firearm itself is going to come with adjustable rear sights and a fixed front sight. This thing is absolutely a blast to shoot. It's not an inexpensive gun by any shape of the imagination, but it is an absolute must if you have the money to spend to add it to your arsenal. A lot of fun, a lot of capacity, and a lot of capability. We're now going to shoot the 5.7. This firearm does have a magazine loaded into the gun. I don't have a round in the chamber yet. I do still have the safety on. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire some rounds down range. Again, there's 20 rounds in this magazine. What I'm going to try to do is show you how easy it is to keep this gun on sight picture. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 20 rounds. I'm going to drop the mag. I'm going to go through another 20 rounds. I'm going to do the second 20 rounds fast and hot. This thing is an amazing firearm for laying down melee and tactical fire. The rate that you can shoot at and the ability to stay in sight picture is just amazing. So take a watch and see what happens here. Okay, so there's the first 20 rounds. Now I'm going to run through 20 rounds relatively quickly with this thing, kind of show you what type of melee it's capable of and what kind of target acquisition we can come up with it. Again, just an absolutely amazing tactical pistol. It's pretty much a rifle in the size of a pistol. An absolute blast to shoot, and a whole lot of fun to have in your arsenal. And if you ever needed it to do something with, it's absolutely capable. But more than anything, for what we're doing as an average individual on the street, just a lot of fun.